Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here in Division A with a best of 3 to close out the evening. We have the Dread Pirates on the left, and we have Minion Miners on the right. And let's find out the most important question of the evening, how we got here. The home team this evening is going to be the members of Dread Pirates. They're going to be winning the coin flip, opting for first pick priority. They're going to ban out Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow. The opposing side means they're going to get map pick priority, banning out Battlefield of Eternity and Tomb the Spider Queen. Minion Miners decided to take us to Dragonshire to open up our best of 3 series here. And I gotta say, I like Dragonshire. It's good overall. You can end a series there, and you can definitely start one there. You're going to be getting some great solo lane matchup opportunities to really see how the enemy team is going to be playing into you, as well as how the enemy team actually plays in a core 4 between the rotations. Now, Infernal Shrines is another map that plays a lot like this. You have bottom to mid to bottom rotations with the core 4, and then you're playing around the objective phase. But that's a very early Deathwing, a Garrosh and a ETC to be banned on the left, and a Greymane and Li Ming on the right. Now, Ariel is up and available. We could see her snatched up right here, and maybe go for a Joanna as well, as she's such a strong tank. They actually could maybe look into a Leorc potentially as well. I'm like 50, yeah. I said the Leorc, and I was like, it's possible, but I don't know. But it makes actually a ton of sense here. Drain Hope from Leorc onto a Deathwing is insanely valuable. And as that progresses as well, it becomes more and more just devastating into that Deathwing. But they're actually going to pick up a Rexar Mal'Ganis. This is a lot of a front line into a team that's already gone percent-based damage. Now, I would expect some bans on a Tychus here coming out from the members of Dread Pirates, or onto Malthael. Both of those are valuable bans, in my opinion, due to the fact that in a solo lane matchup, Malthael can be such a nuisance. Even, like, we saw Turk last week on Easy Money, if I'm... No. They're on Upstanding Citizens because they're playing with Mune. They were playing a Tychus in the solo lane against Kyle Ferguson and just pushing them around with a Tychus, so definitely can happen. Dude, production quality is getting so good. Thank you so much, Ninja. That's honest to God. Like, I know I want to just put on a good show for everybody, and you all supporting and all that kind of stuff really helps a ton. And so whatever you put into the stream, I always try and put back into the stream, so that way I can, well, give you better production. Chonky team, a very thick team, but I would expect a Malthael or a Tychus span here, and that, yeah. So they don't want to deal with the Tychus, which makes sense. Seems like they're more comfortable into a Malthael. I would expect a Malthael to be coming out fairly quickly from the members of Minion Miners. They also need, they've got Ariel for some healing. They're going to need some sort of battery for her. So like a Vala has been pretty prominent for her. They could look for a mage like Gul'dan, a Nubarak to be picked up. So they're looking for a web wrap, and then a Lunara as well. I really like the Lunara. I think the damage from her can be really impactful, and she can also, she can really start to whittle teams down. Her vision provided to the friendly team can be insanely helpful as well. You could do Natural Perspective at level 1, or you can go in.
Baha hype.
Thank you so much for a day. Thank you so much for the 300 bits. You did not have to. Thank you so much. Thank you. And everyone. Well, the 3 people in chat enjoy the rewards that Day sent over, but thank you so much, Day. I appreciate that, my friend. Falstead to be picked out here on the left-hand side with a Sally Thymane coming on in as well. White Mane over here. I kind of really like their draft on the side of Dread Pirates, I'm not gonna lie. Lunara, Stitches, Ariel, Nubarak. Leorc is probably in the solo, but if you're gonna be having member rotations, ooh, Thrall's gonna be coming up, okay. A little bit of control during fights, some good self-sustain as well. You can go into Sundering at 10, so you can have the control as well with that Sunder to split the enemy team. The Root's pretty good as well as a disengage or an engage tool. I like it. They've got, and as I said, like, they've got self-heal as well. I think they're both good targets for Ariel. Overall, good draft coming out from both teams. A very good draft from both sides, but we go ahead and load on into game number 1 of our potentially final best of 3 of the evening. Let's see what we get here coming out from both these teams. Now, looking at the 2 drafts, we're probably going to be seeing we'll probably be seeing Rexar in the solo lane up against the Leoric. Either that, or you know what? They actually might put Thrall into the solo lane against the Rexar, because they have more targets to chain off of and get some more healing, and then that way Leorc is able to then 1v1 match into the Deathwing. But we're gonna have to see what happens here, because we're ready to go into game number 1. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Dread Pirates. We're going to be seeing Bat Murray on the Rexar. We've got Decorus on the Deathwing taking flight. Mystic will be on the Mal'Ganis. Princess to be on the Whitemane, and Delurker on the Falstad. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Minion Miners. Brother is going to be on the... I think it's more like brother is going to be on the Thrall. We've got Himibo on the Anubrek. Sir Mako of Cheese, excuse me, will be on the Lunara. Marshall to be on the Leoric. And Wesker to be on the Ariel. Let's go ahead and take a look at level 1s. Whitemane, Pity the Frail. Okay. We're going to be seeing Giggle Beams all game here. Tanky sustain teams gonna come down to clutch CC and deleting someone before the heals come in. I agree. I think they're just trying to just try. The other thing too is they've also got really brawly teams that can just sit around and just battle around these points for extended amounts of times. Right now we're running like a 1-3-1 it looks like. So that means that we're going to be having one player in top, we're going to have one hero on top lane, 3 members in mid lane, and 1 in bottom lane. Now, we are seeing Anubarak rotate down here, and that's going to be to force Decorus down and towards their own gate. We actually have Delurker coming in over here as well. I actually want to keep an eye on what their stacks look like, so we'll have that kind of number. You can actually see it under the NGS logo. You can kind of see Falstad's current stacks. I need to make something that kind of blocks that a little bit, but either way, we currently have them working their way up on that one. No lightning rod bonus damage because they need to bribe a single target to be able to get one of those, and they haven't even hit 20 units just yet. As Marshall taking a lot of damage, they're going to barrel roll forward. Delurker with no mana actually barrel rolling into the York right there is going to have to back off, but we'll check on some of those stacks as the game does progress. We also do have the I'm blanking on it. Master Regenerator? That sounds wrong. Regeneration Master. My brain. So it's going to be picked up by the Anubarak. It does cap out at 30, but you are going to be at least getting a significant amount of health from that right there when you finish it out. First Dragonite availability will be here for Dread Pirates. Doesn't look like the Thrall's trying to play too aggressive into Bat Murray right now, just letting the wave kind of crash into them, also just trying to dodge a lot of the Misha damage and to clear out some of these waves. They just realized, you know what, don't expect me to cancel through the top lane. We need to be able to control the bottom lane, because that Rexar is going to be difficult for the Thrall to manage, and they don't want to give over any sort of early game experience or early game kills. Marshall taking a lot of damage, but Delurker in a bit of a rough spot as well. Wraithwalk going to be out from Marshall as well. Delurker taking a lot. Barrel roll to get right out of there. Meanwhile, Deathwing in the bottom lane will be able to grab the point. What camera do you use? It's so clean. Mine. I do all the camera work myself. I do all the camera work for when I cast. Like, people are just like, casting's so easy. It's just like, do camera work, admin work, casting, and manage your own Twitch chat and everything all at the same time. It's not that easy. As we currently have Sir Mako and Cheese. This is just years of practice of me just casting on my own. We have Sir Mako Cheese taking a lot of damage. They end up getting picked off as well. Himibo is going to be getting the burrow charge right out of there. Currently, you have Marshall. Oh, they were not able to interrupt the Dragonite just in time. And this is just going to be them grabbing that. And they will have first Dragonite, 3 minutes roughly into the game. I'm looking at the top lane right now. We're actually going to be seeing Bat Murray into Brother. Still just brawling out back and forth. We have a 12 out of the, I think, 25 stacks of them. 20 stacks for the Echo of the Elements. I think it's, I was thinking of Crash Lightning, but that's actually 30 regardless, so I have no real excuse. But right now we have 6 to 6 in levels. Princess is going to go ahead and get the Giggle Beam on Himibo. And if anyone's wondering why that is it's the Giggle Beam because she laughs when she hits you with the Inquisition, which is the actual name of the ability that she uses. She actually has 2 different laughs. When she uses Clemency, which is the healing one for the friendly like if you're targeting a friendly member and you're healing them, she actually has a different laugh than when she does when she's actually using Inquisition. It's more maniacal, if you will. Mystic, though, taking a lot of damage, gonna get the Wraithwalk right out of there. Excuse me, Marshall taking a lot of damage. Mystic was the one putting it on. Currently just want to look at some without questing talents, as Marshall is going to be going down right there. Have them slowing. Gonna get the barrel roll out from the Falstad. Speaking of Falstad, what are they at currently? 20. Oh, we got a pause. Alrighty. Looks like we have a DC really quickly. Whew. Yeah, so when it comes to camera, no, it's just me. It's just me moving the mouse around. Fight Night, actually not Fight Night. On Heroes Heart Celebrity Clash League, I actually, we used to have we used to have Kage doing our observation, but he gave us the Kage tease, which is he gave us one night of beautiful camera work. That boy knows how to move a camera around. And then he was like, I can't do this anymore. So now I do not Paradox and I, we were gonna swap off on who hosts. Like he was gonna host tonight, I was gonna host tonight, and then we're gonna determine from there. But because Kage's job was also to player wrangle at the same time, I was just like, you know what? I have most of these people added. I can pull them in. I can make all the lobbies, all that good stuff, as long as not Paradox just carries the conversation while I'm half paying attention. So that's kind of the trade during Heroes Heart Celebrity Clash League. If you're watching tomorrow night and you just see me just doing one of these numbers, like that's just me frantically looking at the player list and trying to get the players on the right side. I think what he means is what camera is capturing your face. Oh. What camera do you use? I use a Logitech Brio. It's the only webcam that actually has 1080p 60 FPS without using a camera link. I actually highly recommend, if you don't want to buy a camera link, which is my next investment will be a camera link and a camera to go with it, because that the focus that you get is just, you cannot compare that. But if you want like a really, really high quality web camera, the Logitech Brio is something that I always will recommend because, one, as I said, it does 1080p 60 FPS. The closest thing you can get to 60 FPS is going to be the Logitech C922X or something like that, or C922C. And that one has 720 60 FPS, but this one is a little bit better because you get the 1080 60 for the smoothness. Also, this one does 4K but 30 FPS, which is a little weird. Thank you, Galaxy, for also clarifying that, because I was just like, camera? I didn't know that there was like a different camera for this. Let me ask them for an update, see what's going on. Which Logitech? The Brio. For this one right here, this is the Brio. And then the one for Bandit, this is my old... Wait, does it say? No. Sorry about that. I have Logitech, but it's more basic one. It's probably the C922. It's probably, I guess once you leave a custom, you can't rejoin. Oh, God. Yeah, well, here, I can show you. You can see a little bit of my setup. Try not to show feet. I know Tilted Sister's very mad right now. But this is probably the one that you all have. Like, so this one right here, well, this one right here, this is the C922, and that's the Logitech Brio. Really, really good ones. And then buy yourself one of those because it's the best thing on earth, and every time you bounce your knee, you won't be bouncing your camera. I know I do that. Okay. Game already over? No, we're in a pause currently. Solid webcam, especially since I don't give a crap about streaming at 1080. Yeah. I mean, if you're not streaming at 1080 60, then the one I just showed you over here, the Bandit camera, that's probably your best one. So we're currently just trying to figure out I don't know what the player's doing currently. Pause due to disconnect. Thank you, Neo. Yep. I'm gonna ask them if they want to remake. We are sub 5 minutes. Apparently the player cannot get back into the custom game. So I think at sub 5 minutes, we're allowed to remake the match. So let's see if they're going to be able to, if they're going to be interested in remaking it. But if that's a rule, I think I'd have to double check. Are there any NGS mods in chat? Bandit is, conscious as I am. He's sleepy. I prefer that, but it feels a little rough for dead players. I guess what are the rules? At div a mod. We are sub 5 minutes with a player locked out of the game. Can they remake? Sorry, I'm asking a mod right now. Hopefully a mod can help. Let's just talk to Bandit. Bandit, how are you feeling about tonight's games? Huh, bud? You enjoying tonight's games? Are you comfy? Selexia, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. The suspense! Yeah, I know, right?
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribe.
Thank you for the 11 months of support, Selexia. So, I don't know, like, I don't have a Division A mod responding to me. And I don't know, I think they might be just deciding on their own what they're gonna do. Hold on. I actually have their website up, so let's go ahead and see. No pressure rules say we forfeit. Does it really? Hold on, rules. 5 minutes. No. That's 15, all of these are 15. 5 minutes. Hold on, let's remake. There we go. Ban map is conversation. The first 2 teams address the issue. The first 2 minutes. It's the first 2 minutes of the game, I think. I don't think they can remake. Website says that if they can't reconnect, then they have to continue with an AI or forfeit. Thank you, Galaxy Quest. Doesn't say anything about time limit. Okay, thank you. Alrighty, well, we're back into it. They're gonna play with a bot because they don't want to give it over. I'm currently actually just trying to find my place. Where were we in this game? It's 7-up on both sides. We've looked at the talent tiers for a little bit, but I'm gonna leave these up because we haven't actually seen these for a bit. And then when we get to the 8-9 range, we'll go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. Thanks for sticking through all that. By the way, Adas, how you doing? Neo, how you doing? Jesse Jones, how you doing? Good to see all of you in chat. And Selexia, once again, thank you so much for the 11 months of support, my friend. I really appreciate that. Cozy Sparkles, good to see you. The suspense indeed is mounting. All right, well, we are gonna be getting into that 8 talent tier range as promised. Let's cycle through some of those numbers. Currently we're having so it looks like the Lunara was the DC'd player. We'll have to keep an eye on her as this game progresses. You know what? Let's just watch. Let's see just how the AI plays this Lunara. As they actually dive in with Mystic. Gonna get a little bit of damage here and there. You know, it'd be crazy if Lunara AI is just busted and it actually wins the game for them. But we'll see. You never know. I mean, this is we're in competitive matches. We're you know, everyone's in team comps and stuff like that, and they're all talking. They have plans. They've done research on each other. But I've had games where I've won with the AI. They're difficult, but it's definitely possible. We'll see if that's gonna be the case here, as we currently have 10 talent here approaching on both of these sides. We have another shrine up and available. We did have one Dragonite already come through. Hey Baja, what's up? Playing with a bot? What's up, Ghost Pants? We currently had a DC'd player and they couldn't get back into lobby. So instead of forfeiting the match, they wanted to say, you know what? Let's give the people what they want. Let's just play with an AI and see how Lunara AI does. But we currently have objective up and available. This is a lot of damage on the Marshall, who's going to be trying to get the Wraithwalk out, going to be able to get just out of there with a sliver of health in a sense. Hemibo doing the exact same thing. Another Dragonite for the members of Dread Pirates is up and available if they're able to get someone into mid lane. Delurker might be the one to do that. Gonna throw a hammering into mid. They did go into that boomerang at level 4 that allows them to be able to get a faster clear into the waves. That's going to be Deathwing dropping some of those meteors. That Skyfall talent at level 7 was picked up. I was gonna say Hyperion Blast. Hinterland's Blast picked up by Falstead confirms the kill. Actually, Deathwing stealing that one away, but I think the Skyfall was enough to solidify that. Hey, but here's the thing. They burn that cooldown, they get a kill, they also get a second Dragon out of the game, and now they'll move that in onto bottom lane. I gotta say, that was a wonderful pickup from the Dread Pirates, and another Dragonite to push in and control the lane here. Hemibo looking to put a little bit of pressure, gets a Impale onto Mystic. Now we just have them focusing onto the fort right here, as it is gonna be a solid level lead in favor for the members of Dread Pirates. Cataclysm coming through, but that's going to be reset instantaneously because they went with the Burn Beneath My Shadow at level 10, meaning you're going to get the second Cataclysm coming through, and they're going to use that in front of the structures to get a little bit of damage on the front gate while the Dragonite sieges on in. Using the Molten Breath over to the side here as well. Really good angling coming out from Decorus to get some extra damage in on this front gate on this bottom lane keep. This will be a little bit of... What did Lunara take at level 10? She's actually holding. She's holding her 7 as well. I think they're expecting the player to come back in here, but Lunara will have to take a talent at some point. We'll have to see what happens with that one, as that's a wonderful March of the Black King coming out from Leoric. They take down the Dragonite. Web Wrap on to the White Mane, but she gets cleared out of that instantaneously. They're staying in this bottom lane, pushing on in. Night Rush comes out onto 2. They have... look at Thrall coming in over here. They're going to look for probably a Sunder to split the team back towards the friendly side. They do a great job of that. Marshall to be going down right there, so they're actually going to lose their oh no, they come back. They cheated death? No, Aria. Okay, Aria used Resurrect. I was like, how did he did not cheat death that quickly. Remember Muradin bot back in HGC times? Ghost Pants. Oh, we were talking about HGC earlier. I miss it. If you ping and they follow, they respond to this. Yeah. Tends to be hit or miss with real teammates. That's true. I had a crazy Jane in Stormley game once. The bot just played like a god. It's possible. They're absolutely possible. Yeah, didn't the Muradin bot win? Yeah, it did. It did win. That's when that's actually why there's a Muradin bot Twitter. There's like a Muradin Hots bot Twitter, and it's actually going. It's pretty funny. I'm actually getting a ping from Born to Shine, but unfortunately I cannot respond to her right now. I don't know if they're watching stream or not, but either way, I'm sorry, Born to Shine, I cannot respond. But either way, we have 13 to 12 when it comes to our levels. Delurker gets Web Wrap. That might have... Did that save them? No, there's no way they get out of that. Deathwing actually flies on in here to try and help them out. The Web Wrap actually saved a Lurker. They had enough barrel roll to get out. Himibo very low, gets chomped by the Deathwing. Marshall trying to use the March of the Black King to get some value in here. Wesker's so very low, ends up getting picked off. Brother trying to make their way back towards their non-existent fort, and they use the Wind Fury, but where are you going, brother? We're going, I mean, you're not Lily. We can't go on an adventure. Sundering? Okay. Lunara being forced back in top lane by the Rexar as well. This is absolutely wild. Like I like respect to Minion miners who are just like, you know what? We're gonna play with a bot. We're gonna try and make this happen. And I like seriously so much respect to that, because it's not easy. It's probably very frustrating to be playing with a bot that's not engaging the same way as your realistic, you know, ranged carrier, your ranged assassin who's probably very good on Lunara isn't playing. Like we can actually look at the numbers right now. I'm sure Lunara would be neck and neck with Thrall and Falstead when it came to damage numbers. Oops, I was pulling up the wrong talents, but either way, I just want to look at this Dragonite. We're going to pull away the talents and we'll pull them back up in the 16 talent tier range. We do have the Hunter-Gatherer being finished out by the Rexar. They're moving on in through bottom lane. They're looking to make this a quick game number 1. Classic brother? Is that a classic thing, Sparkles? Lunara to get picked off in the top lane. Deathwing going to be landing down here, and that will be Dragonite pushing on in towards core. They're looking to take game number 1 here very quickly on the side of Dread Pirates. We are 10 minutes in right now. Deathwing going to use the Cataclysm to get to the far side of that keep. They're not... Are they going for the second keep instead? It seems like there's a bit of a split idea of what they want to do. Sundering came out from Thrall. Huge wave coming in through bottom lane. Kick goes out from the Dragonite, but it didn't connect. Deathwing and friends are still on core. And there is a 16 talent here in favor for the map. Oh, Hinterland's Blast connecting onto quite a few. That's going to be the sleep onto Hemibo as well. They're not really focusing on the core. They've actually got Siege Giants currently working on the core as well as on the Minion wave. Burrow charge from the Nubrak, looking to try and dive onto one. Marshall does end up going down on the right-hand side of our screen. Core is slowly falling. They're just trying to build their KDA on the side of Dread Pirates. They find a couple more kills. They're going to cycle back towards the core. Thrall coming over to the far side of this, trying to clear out the Minion wave. Rexar and Misha coming on through mid lane. That's going to be Thrall going down. Lunar is the only one left, and the core will be falling to the members of Dread Pirates. Game number 1 going over to them. GG. Well played. Wow. A quick and definitive game number 1. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out who I need to actually ping for this. It's going to be them. Oh, wait, no, they won. I'm dumb. It's gonna be them. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here, they actually responded. I was lagging really bad, tried to restart the client, wouldn't let me rejoin. They elected to continue with the bot, just bad luck. Rules say sub 2 minutes can remake, we were at 4. Yeah. Unfortunate. But hey, we'll see if they're able to run it back. They definitely tilted themselves into a loss. It's definitely possible. Beezilus, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Marshall. Oh. Okay. All right. Oh, the dread of not having someone having their things open, their pings open. MF Princess. I don't know how to spell whispers because I'm a caster. Unlucky, yeah, it's unlucky, but hey, you know what? They could run it back in the next game. They definitely can run it back in the next game. They'll have all their players. Definitely possible. All right, I'm currently, so everyone apparently, no one's using in-game chat because one, I can't use in-game chat with one of the players due to the fact that they don't have their whispers open, so I have to shame them. Oh, interesting. You always have to shame people on stream when they don't have them open. Alrighty, let's get the teams into lobby for game number 2. Yeah, I knew I wrote that down wrong. Okay. It's gonna be that, and let's get them in here. Dread Pirates has them, so they chose the map. Yes, okay, cool. Boop, and boop, and boop. Okay, we're all done. We're all set. I'm married to a matchmaker, and I have to admit they didn't play that. Oh, a matchmaker, a minion miner. Okay, I'm married to a minion miner. I have to admit they didn't play that like they believed in themselves. Feels bad. Oh, well, maybe they'll run it back for next game. They'll give us a series that we need and that we want. Sorry, I messaged you in Discord. We want first pick. No worries. How was everyone's evening? I know I keep asking, but I'm just curious. If you having a good night? Really quickly, also stream schedule-wise, as we're getting everyone into lobby. So tomorrow night, I'll be over on the Heroes Hearth channel for the Heroes Hearth Celebrity Clash League that starts at 6 o'clock PST or 9 o'clock EST. There's a lot of great games, 2 best of 3s, and a lot of great players. There's going to be people like Trixler, Moonfares, Totski, Kaiberries, Club Coffee, I was gonna say Moonfares again. Mockery was actually what I was trying to say. Tim from Heroes of Fitness, Kyle Ferguson from Into the Nexus. Amazing people. I think Kid Kerrigan's in there as well. Alora is in there as well. We've got Lakefu Healing. We've got, I'm trying to remember all the players off the top of my head. And of course, I'm blanking on like 90% of them. Alex Dids is in there. Vipey's in there. There's so many cool people. So come by tomorrow night and don't miss out. Hey, cozy. Just people cozy. Just people cozies. That's what we're all trying to do in life, is just be peepo cozy. But that is going to be that. Also, dear Lord, I just realized we've been going for 3 hours and 10 minutes or so. And I'm almost out of water. F. So that's the note for stream schedule for tomorrow night. Thursday, I'll be back on this channel at 5 o'clock PST or 8 o'clock EST, and then also at 7 o'clock PST or 10 o'clock EST. And those will be 2 best of 5s for the Heroes Lounge S Division. Really good games. I hope you all come by for those ones. Best of 5 series are always fun because you get a really good story between teams, or we just get 6 games regardless. So a lot of good games for tomorrow night, and as well as Thursday. Friday, there will be no stream from me just because the fact that I typically go out on the mountain. I usually go snowboarding. I usually see some friends. Saturday, we have D&D in the morning at 11 a.m. PST or 2 o'clock EST, and that's over on Jinxie stream. You can know when I go live over there. If you follow me on Twitter, you join the Discord, any of that good stuff. I think my channel auto-hosts hers, so you'll see that as well. Sundays, typically no streams, just because of the fact that I try and get laundry done. I try and go out and do stuff with Bandit, as well as things with my friends, and just prep for the week. And then Monday, next week, the 10th, I'll be back casting some more. Now, the week of the 17th might be up in the air. I have a friend coming into town, but I have to figure out what he wants to do schedule-wise before I schedule stuff for streaming. We might just do like one stream that week or something, like on a Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, everyone is, Division S hype. That'll be on Thursday. Yeah, Leon Black, Liam Cags. Yes, Deus. I forgot like all of some of the best players. Langaria, they mean, by MM, they mean a Minion Miner, which is one of the players on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and give them a Twitch link and ask them if they're ready. And then just really quickly on the note of current stream stuff, I know everyone's sick of hearing it, but we got to keep mentioning it because it's always good for everyone to know. We are pushing for that Twitch partner. We're getting closer and closer, so keeping the average viewership up really, really helps a ton. You all lurking, you all just popping into chat, especially when we go live, that helps an insane amount. So thank you for being here. Thanks for being such amazing people and a community that's been behind me and pushing me as well as Bandit to Twitch partner. I mean, you're not only getting partner for me, you're getting partner for Bandit. And can you imagine how many Twitch things we could get for Bandit? We could get him a sweater. We could get him a kerchief. I think that's what you call it. A little neckband. I don't know. It is cool stuff. But, oh, no, wait. That was just no one else from the opposing side. They're ready. Okay. So we'll get into that game in just a second. But thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I know I talk about it a lot, but it's always good to just keep mentioning it so that way, well, we're not out of it just yet. We're getting close. We're very close. We applied on Friday. Hopefully that, you know what? Hopefully that it's 7 days and they're like, you know what? Your numbers are good. Just here's Twitch partner. You're good. We'll get it. And we got all the things that we want and we can just keep pushing streams forward. Shout out to Born to Shine for helping me out in the background as well. NGS admin doing so much amazing work. Team 2. But yeah. Plus all the Bandit emotes. Don't forget, yeah, we could get more Bandit emotes. That's the cool thing too, is I always forget about this because I always talk about like the one thing I want with Twitch partner is the transcoding. I just want to be able to get the better transcoding for all of you at home. But it's also, there's emotes. Like if we have Twitch partner, we get more emote slots, which more emote slots means more things that I can hire Kagiri to make more Bandit emotes. And Here's the retroactive thing. Me getting Twitch partner means that Kagiri gets more money. Because I actually, honest to God, she does amazing emotes. If you have not checked out Kagiri's artwork on Twitter or in her Discord or just anywhere, like go check her out. Like she does such cute and amazing artwork. She actually did all the little, not the sub badges, but the little beards, the little red beards that you see by some people's faces, like Galaxy Quest. He has 2 beards, or even Selexia has an extra beard. Like all of those bit beards are from Kagiri, and she does such amazing work. Let me ask if Team 2 is ready again. I think they're trying to figure out connectivity issues before they say yes. I thought I was following already. I have the dumb. Fix that. Cozy, don't even complain. It's okay. Like I'll go into people's streams. I'm like, I've been watching this person for a year. How have I not followed them? Like what the hell? So yeah, emotes. Yes, Day. Papega slide emotes. Wes, you're muted and deafened. More audio issues. Okay. All right, I just want to make sure they're not rushed. I just want to check with them, make sure they're good to go. Yes, more beards. Like, yeah, Day's got all the beards. Galaxy Quest has all the beards. Ghost Bear has all the beards. So yeah, more Twitch partner means we can support more people in the community too. Like, honest to God, like if I get Twitch partner tomorrow, I'll probably be contacting Kagiri. Like, I don't know exactly what I want, but I'll be contacting Kagiri. Like, look, we have a bunch of slots. Let's figure some stuff out. Sorry, the entire team just left the lobby. They said, sorry, Baja. The response was Bahamut 1v5 us, so I joined into team 2 slot, but we'll make me an observer. I'll be a referee. I don't know what's happening currently. Do I invite to game again? I don't what's like, they left lobby without saying anything. Maybe they just wanted to leave and enter again? I am the confused. All right, well, we're done with water. on to green tea. Okay. Green tea is opened. All right, the readies are out. We're finally ready to go. Let me double check all my stuff. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Let's go push some buttons and let's go ahead and get on into game number 2. Your team is another lobby? Yeah, your team is another lobby. Let's go ahead and get into our draft. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here on Braxis Holdout for game number 2 in our third best of 3 of the evening. Sadly, easily found Mario emotes. Wait, what? Oh, sadly, no easily found Mario emotes. It took me a second, I read that wrong. The entrance music wasn't quite queued up correctly. Oh, they're... Yes, exactly. They played the Undertaker music, but they actually really wanted Stone Cold Steve Austin's intro. But that all aside, we got the intros right. Let's find out how we got to Braxis Holdout, my friends. The home team this evening is going to be Dread Pirates. Winning the coin flip, they opted for first pick priority for game number 1. Sky Temple and Cursed Tile were banned out by them. Minion Miners opted to ban out Battlefield of Eternity and Tomb of the Spider Queen. First map was chosen by Minion Miners, and that was Dragonshire. That was won by the members of Dread Pirates. The members of Minion Miners were opting for first pick priority in game number 2, meaning Dread Pirates have to take us somewhere, and they've chosen to take us to Braxis Holdout. Let's get back into our draft and find out what we get here. Deathwing to actually be banned out by Minion Miners, so respecting the Deathwing. The Greymane will be removed as well. Garrosh and do we see, I think it was ETC in the previous game was actually banned out. So it looks like they're targeting down somebody, probably Marshhole if I'm not mistaken. No, it might be Hemi. Oh, that's a snap pick onto Rexar. It looks like they were itching to play Rexar in that last game themselves, so we'll see how they manage that for the solo. But that is an instantaneous lock into their solo lane, so they at least already know what they're going to be going up against there. They can kind of draft that a little bit later on the side of Dread Pirates, but they have to be wary of the fact that they might try and ban out against that. So they could try and pick up the Malthael here, but they're instantly going to take the Ariel for the Resurrection as well as the Joanna for her point control, and it looks like they might go into more of a control-based build for their composition on the side of Dread Pirates. Joanna's able to slow things down with the Condemn as well as the Subdue. You have Arya with the Detainment Strike to also knock members away, so they could be playing this a lot slower and a lot safer. Lucio to Boostio on the right-hand side for Minion Miners with a Gul'dan as well. Now, Gul'dan is decent at clearing the way, but he's also really good at threatening the control points. If you're actually standing on the point, he's got the Fel Flame that he can throw out constantly. It's like every couple seconds he can throw that out, and then they also have the corruption, so that if you are standing there, you'll be feeding him stacks. So you need to kind of jump around a bit. Cho'Gall to be talked about here. It's actually really possible for the members of Minion Miners. They actually have, you don't need Ancestral, you don't need Ariel to win with a Cho'Gall. Break It Down's a fairly good tool as well to be able to just kind of delay things out during some of these team fights. So I'm not too opposed to actually the Cho'Gall going over to Minion Miners. I mean, give the people what they want, realistically. Give them what you want, or give them what we want. This Ariel Joanna, they still need some sort of damage to pair into the Ariel. Vala's an option. They could actually go into Li Ming as well. Her poke on the point's pretty strong, but there's actually going to be the Varian for solo lane, I think. I would assume that's a solo lane Varian. Please give me Cho'Gall. Please give me Cho'Gall. Like, I actually really want this now. Now that chat brought it up, I really want a Cho'Gall. Realistically, they could be going into something like a Muradin to control the fight a little bit if, you know, if they want to try and force the Varian back and just get the Stormbolt onto them. And there's some high mobility coming out from them. Yeah, it's going to be a Thrall and actually a Tyrael. Tyrael actually makes a little bit more sense than the Muradin because his point control is a little bit more aggressive, and he can also give speed boost, he can also give shielding, so I think that's going to be a little bit more team fight based, and that Tyrael works out fairly well for them. Cho'Gall level 1 boosting the Boostio, yeah. Kael'thas to round out the draft on the left-hand side, that's not too surprising realistically. These drafts, I wouldn't say they're like surface level. I think they're good overall for both sides. No one going to be too aggressive in this matchup, and really, I think they've got good control and good aggression and initiation and disengage on both sides. This is going to be a fairly good back and forth here. Windblades, solo boss Varian. Lingaria, I wish. I feel like it won't be, but we'll have to see what the game gives us here. Bandit, what do you think after that draft? We had such an interesting draft. I mean, you got one of your favorite characters. You got Rexxar. Rexxar's going to be in there. You know, you're a little upset that the Greymane got banned out, but how do you feel overall about this entire matchup, and who do you think is going to take it? Perfectly said. I couldn't have said it better myself. This is going to be an absolute banger of a game, to slightly quote Bandit right there. But we'll be loading into Braxis Loadout just in a second. Brett Michaels, how you doing, friend? Cho'Gall too strong? I agree. Wait and see. I wish there was a Cho'Gall in this game. I really, really do. But either way, Bandit's giving us our analysis. We're into game number 2. What could be our final game of the evening? Let's go ahead and find out who's going to be able to take this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Dread Pirates up 1 in our best of 3 series. We got Princess on the Arya. We've got Delurker on the Kael'thas, Mystic to be on the Joanna, Decorus on the Vala, and we have Varian being played by Bat Mary. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Minion Miners trying to take us to a game number 3. Brother is going to be on the Rexxar. We've got Gul'dan being played by Sir Mac of Cheese. Marshall to be on the Thrall. Himibo to be on the Tyrael, and Wesker to be on that Lucio. Let's go ahead and get into bottom lane, actually, and see what our initial matchup looks like between these two teams. Varian's High King Quest. This is Twin Blades Varian. I'm calling it right now. This is Twin Blades Varian. This is Twin Blade. This has to be Twin Blades Varian, right? Maestro casts, it has to be Twin Blades. If they make it to next game, I'll put in a good word for your Cho'Gall. Finger guns, please, Cozy. Please, Cozy. Please give us the Cho'Gall that we all so desperately need and desire. Mostly desire, but need also. We currently have them just stepping up with the Condemned to pull a couple members in. Gul'dan did go into the Echoed Corruption level 1, so going to be trying to get those 40 stacks to get the reverse, I guess we can call it, the reverse steps on that Condemn, as there was a Detainment Strike attempted by the by MF Princess, but not going to be able to connect onto anyone, as Vol just puts a multi-shot into the face of quite a few members. It works for all. Ghost Bear, don't know. Ghost Bear, if they take High King's Quest, it means it's going to be Twin Blades, right? I go High King's Quest regardless of my Varian Heroic. Stark, stop it! Stop it! No, stop it! Ghost Bear and Stark, stop! It's always Twin Blades. No, you can actually pick High King's Quest and go into any of them. I personally go into the Lion Mods build when I go into Taunt, but I think High King's Quest is typically a little bit better when you go into that Twin Blades, because of it's the completion. It's the additional 30 base damage. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you are going to be healing off your autos, any increased damage is increased damage, and it's going to be also increased healing too. Currently you have Kael'thas sitting at 5 stacks out of the 24, the Mana Addict at level 1. Once they get the 20, they get the Arcane Barrier. But to note, this is an uncapped quest, meaning they're going to be able to continually pick those up. A lot of living bombs being spread around by some of these members. Actually, Sir Mac of Cheese still getting one. They were trying to split right there, but they end up spreading it quite a bit. Gonna have the top lane held over by the Misha Bear until we get the Twin Blades. No, until Varian takes level 4, I think that's just gonna be Varian kind of getting forced back in this top lane, trying to play it a little bit slow and safe, just because they don't have tons of wave clear and tons of pressure. Let's actually, really quickly, 83 damage currently on the Varian when it comes to auto attacks. In comparison, Joanna does more in auto attack than Varian does right now. So actually, does a Minion do more? No, a Minion doesn't do more. That would have been wild, right? That would have been wild if I clicked on a Minion and it was like 85 and Varian's was like 84. Either way, the range Minions do about half of what Varian does, so that's still quite a bit, but still. Marshall actually taking a lot of damage. Nice heal coming out from MF Princess, but Marshall's going to be able to get right back behind there. Looks like they're going to have to Hearth back. If they had the Thrall, they might have actually been able to chain lightning to one or two players. But can we talk about this Varian who's got the twin blades? I go hiking. Okay, if this map gives orbs, but this map gives orbs for free. Exactly. Everyone reading. This is awesome. Nem Avenger, you're awesome. High King's Quest, twin blades. Let's see what happens here. Now, he doesn't have the full build per se. He actually need. I know I was saying, you know, you need level 4, but you also kind of need. You also kind of need to be having the level 7 to get the the healing. Also, their auto attack went down because I believe it does reduce your damage. Base damage is reduced by 25%, but your auto attack speed is increased. Ariel trying to hold over this point, Amiibo trying to steal that away. Once they get the Holy Ground. Once they get Holy Ground, Sacred Ground is Urel's 10 talent tier that not a lot of people take. Once they get Holy Ground, this actually might be a little bit more difficult, but that's not until I believe 13. I might be wrong on material towns. I feel like it's 13. This is still just a little, it's just back and forth. No one able to get channel at all for the Zerg wave just yet. Let's look at Varian in the top lane really quickly. Let's also, I'm zoomed out way too far, I think. There we go. Of course, the moment I go into top lane, I'm like, let's look at the Varian. No, they're going to be able to get that. I just want to look at the Varian really quickly to see how many stacks they are. So they need 4 more auto attacks, they need 6 more globes, but they need 5 takedowns to be able to get that last little bit. Looks like Rexar might have rotated down into mid lane to try and help out, maybe get into an aggressive. Old Brother taking a bit of damage. That should be the finish out on the first portion. Yeah, they do have that one portion of the quest being done, but I believe you need all 3 quests to be finished out before you get any of that reward. Kael'thas to rotate into top lane to try and help out the Varian. They realize this, they're going to step up. They also do have the channel over in their favor. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, while they see that there's so many in top, they're going to try and invade onto this. Ariel coming down over here, but that's going to be Joanna trying to 1v4 casually. Mystic is making their way out very slowly. Ariel did not, she actually did go into the detainment strike. Oh, excuse me. She went into repeated defense at level 4, so you're going to be able to get the 6 stacks on those, and once you get the 6 stacks, you get increased damage. I believe it's 180 extra damage. Nope, 250. I was trying to remember off the top of my head, but still, you also do get the increased range baseline, which is a huge factor in that to be able to force them back further if they are trying to chase, but also trying to get them into the walls as well. Varian currently chasing the Misha. Looks like Brother took a lot of damage while they were engaging at each other, so they're just like, all right, I'll just let them 1v1. But this is what I was talking about, second wind from the Varian. This allows him to 1v1 into things so very effectively, and look at their health as they're just autoing into this Misha. They're actually looking for the kill onto said Misha because does that actually count for a kill? Or do they have to kill the Rexar? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like they have to kill the Rexar, not the Misha. Imagine playing a hero with 2 swords, then you can't have 3 swords. Samuro think. You get gradual damage increase from High King's Quest, just the capstone at the end is a larger buff. Ah, I got you, thank you. Because the way it reads to me is that you don't get, after completing a quest, okay, there we go, thank you. So each quest is 10. It's actually up to 60. I was reading that incorrectly. I was reading it as 10, 10, 10, it is 30, but it's actually 10, 10, 10 plus 30. So you can actually get up to 60 right there. Subdue was finished out by the Joanna, but they also finished out the Echoed Corruption by the Gul'dan. We are 6 minutes and 30 seconds in, and Gul'dan finished the Echoed Corruption, but 2 kills immediately coming out of that fight right there, as they have the Lucio, Misha Bear, and the Tyrael to go down. Varian is going to be 1v1ing into Thrall, who did finish the Echo the Elements. Oh my god, so many questing talents being finished out right here, as the Kael'thas will also finish out the Mana Addict at level 1. So currently, I'm just looking, Varian's at 94 in auto, as they did finish 2 out of these 3 quests. Misha definitely counts? Okay. Should count for quest kills. Anything that shows up in the kill feed adds up? Okay. Well, they currently have 2 out of the, I just realized this, sorry, as I was thinking about it, they don't need, it's not like Zul Jin. They actually need to just get 5 takedowns. It doesn't matter who. I was thinking, for some reason I thought it was like Zul Jin where they have to do every single person. I was like doing the math in my head. I was like, well, which one do you kill? But it doesn't really matter here, as chat was saying that. You called that out correctly. They could kill Misha 5 times because Misha kills do count for last rites as well. So that's actually a good way to Subdue finished out. GG Minion Miners, really Ghost Pants. I wouldn't call that like that. Subdue is I mean, it is a strong talent. To be having the 80% slow on any target now is terrifying, and that's a threat they need to consider. Top lane, Marshall's getting slowed. Batmary stepping in, charge. That's going to be a kill for the Varian right there in the top lane as the Zerg wave is crashing on in through bottom, looking to step this up further. Gonna poke out onto the fort. Mystic stepping up as well. Ultralisk's going to be here. Oh my god, Sir Macro of Cheese is just going to get shredded right there by Decorus. This Vala, I mean, I haven't even looked through the questing or any of the other numbers. Let's actually look through those right now because we haven't had a chance to look at any other numbers just yet. Are they trying to end? There's no way. Gravity Lapse connects onto Brother. Sundering comes out. That's going to be the Tyrael with the Judgment coming through. A lot of damage onto Lucio. No break it down in time from them. Actually, Rain of Destruction was picked up by the Gul'dan. Tyrael to go down as well. They do have the explosion, so they're going to try and focus that onto the Minion wave. Multi-shot coming, excuse me, the spinny shooty shot coming out from the Vala, or strafe if you want to say it correctly. Core starting to fall. Are they seriously about to speedrun tonight's games? Rain of Destruction coming out from the Gul'dan. No longer needs to be channeled. This was changed quite a few months ago. There's still Guardians on the core, and they're not able to step past a chorus. This is wild. Death timers are so low that everyone's back up from all those kills. Phoenix to come out and zone them back. They get the core down to 80-some% as it's still falling. Marshall actually takes so much damage. They end up losing their Thrall right there. Varian currently still at the 2 out of the 3 stacks on their High King's quest, but I'm sure they're not too far off from actually no. I was thinking that they were getting stacks this time, but I actually looked up at the top lane. Varian's not even here during all of this, just getting a fort in top lane, saying, you know what, if you don't end the game, we're still gonna get a free fort in top. Look at this right now. Just free siege coming in from the Varian. As Vala gets, excuse me, I was gonna say Vala because she has 6.75 kills. Actually, I think she did get a kill onto the Misha. They're gonna stack that up a little bit further. They're still staying over here in this bottom lane. I can't believe they're holding this on for this long. Rainy with a chance of damage, Gul'dan. Stark. Now, oh wait, hold on. Now think about that route, followed by the W and kill the Vala damage easy. Now think about that route, followed by the butt and kill KT Buttala damage easy. Exactly, Buttspot, exactly. Camp to be grabbed and pushing that into the bottom lane. They're going to grab the second one for top. They're just stealing away the enemy side camps. And now, oh, Rexar, you're a little far forward there, bud. Going to charge out. Bat Murray and friends should have enough damage to solidify the kill. Detainment strike into the wall will be what really solidifies it. There's no way they're really getting... Excuse me, there's really no way they're getting out of that one alive. A little bit of poke here and there, but they're gonna back off. We should be having the objective timers pop up. I was about to say we're not too far off from those, so they're gonna be popping up here in 30 seconds. Boss to be grabbed for, I believe this should go in top lane. Strafe, spin, turn, rotate, and fire endlessly. That's really good X-ray. If I can remember that, I will use this. Judgment coming in. There's a Sundering as well. That is so much damage. They find the Vala kill. That's what they really needed to start out with in this engagement. No Judgment coming in from the Tyrael for the next 60-some seconds. Princess does have a full bar of hope. They're going to get the heal on into 1 or 2. That's going to be Wesker so very low. Ends up going down. No break it down coming up from Lucio as the Ariel goes down. Do they self-resurrect? They do have that off cooldown. They're going to target onto Bat Murray, who's currently 1v1ing into so many members. Varian ends up going down. Mystic so very low, but Boss is charging on in through top lane. Kael'thas throws out the Phoenix, throws out a ton of damage onto Marshall. Great gravity lapse as well. Going to chase out further. No judgments. They're going to back off. Going to grab the camp, or excuse me, grab the objective for in the top lane area. Gul'dan working on the boss right now as there's waves coming on in. Currently have channel up and available for either side, as 16 talent here isn't too far off for the members of Dread Pirates. Hey, if you're not down 3 forts, you ain't ahead. Keeps. Varian is Hecka trolling, getting the top lane for it. A little bit. A little bit. I mean, I think it's one of those things that they were just like, you know what, if we don't end, at least we get the fort out of top lane as well. Because it does give you that periodic catapult pressure, means that you're able to play so much more aggressive onto these points as well. Getting to the far side with Mystic over here, trying to get onto Weskra. That's going to be the multi-shot coming out. Huge judgment coming out from the Tyrael as well. They dive into Marshall. That's going to be the kill. High King's Quest will be finished out by the Varian as Decorus is trying to make their way back. They end up getting the kill onto the Thrall as well. Rain of Destruction coming out from Sir Mako, and they have the multi-shot, the follow-up auto attack to get the kill. And now with that, they don't even need the objective. They could realistically just push through bottom lane to end. They do have a decent camp down there. And a wave not too far off from that one as well. They're going to prep this top lane. Looks like they're going to try and end with Zerg wave, but this will give time for the enemy team to get all back up and available. 9 seconds on Thrall, 10 on the Tyrael, and 16 on the Gul'dan. They go for the Misha Bear, getting a lot of damage. What's Varian's autos looking like right now? Hold on. 153 in auto. And we were comparing this earlier. I mean, it's not the highest in the world, but they also attack, like, what? They have a 2.5 attack speed? Yeah. They attack pretty fast. So Zerg Wave coming in through top lane. Keep is already gone. They're looking to end with Zerg Wave, and it seems like Himebo is going to try and make a play in the back lane as they dive in, but they end up backing off with their, I don't remember the name of the talent, but they end up swapping back to their Eldrune's Might. They're going to actually call back onto that. That's going to be a great sundering from Thrall to save one. So that's going to be this judgment from the core onto Decorus. They're trying to push them around. The Zerg Wave is just now collapsing towards the core as that is losing a lot of its health. And this is just, Marshall is trying to just get away, but Varian chases in. Rain of Destruction goes out, and that's going to be game at number 2 over to the side of Dread Pirates. They take the series in a 2-0 fashion. GG, well played. Plus, the Varian trade has an AA crit that's got a factor in. Yeah, that's true as well. He does have the crit every couple seconds, which gets cooldown reduction from his autos. So every like third attack almost. Cho'Gall next time, winky face. All right, but at this time, we're going to be joined by Mystic. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling after that series?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, no. Can you not hear me? I can hear you. Hold on, let's do this. Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Now? No? Maybe? Maybe? I can't hear you. Or, well, you can't hear me. This is sad face.
Hello?
I'm not muted or deafened. That's really weird. Hold on, let me restart Discord. Maybe Discord's just being wonky. Let's try that. Let's try restarting Discord. Maybe we can do it, because we can hear Mystic. All right, let's see. We should be back in just a second. Oh, or did Discord just take a poop because it's currently trying to connect? I think Discord might have taken a poop this evening. I'm stuck. I'm pinwheeling on connecting. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, there you are.
All right, I had to restart Discord. It had a fart, but we're good. We're here. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I think we went in with a good plan, and it seemed to work out for us.
Now, let's talk about this, because game 1, I mean, obviously, they had the DC, all that kind of stuff, whatever, but it was a fairly strong game for your team even before the DC. Are you just a practice team? Do you feel confident? Was tonight just like you were firing on all cylinders? Can you talk about that game 1 and the momentum you built?
Yeah, I mean, it started in the draft, really, when we saw that we were going to get the Deathwing automatically. We were in our comfort zone. Decorus is very strong on Deathwing.
Okay.
So everything from there was, the dominoes just started falling. Rexar was also really strong on the point control. So once we got that, everything kind of just fell into place.
No, I mean, it was seriously like, It was a really good game one. Now moving over to game two, you almost were speed running it, and Brax's Holdout was a very quickly chosen map for you. And we might be giving away secrets here, but comfort map. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because it seemed like you guys just ran it down in that game.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just one of those things that we talked about it, and we knew like exactly what we wanted, and we knew this like what strong heroes we wanted to for the point control. So I guess just from the draft, we just felt comfortable. We knew what we were gonna do, and we just went through with a game plan. So we got pretty lucky that we were also able to get the picks that we wanted.
It's seriously like the games were so much fun to watch and to cast. Now we're kind of nearing the end of regulation playtime for Nexus Gaming Series. Are there any teams you're excited, nervous to go up against? Because you guys look so very strong this evening.
Well, right now I think we're just kind of focusing on bouncing back. We've had a couple stumbles every now and then, and now we just want to finish strong. So I think we're just more focused on ourselves and making sure we can make the rest of the series go like what today went like. Definitely want to make sure that we're comfortable with all of our drafts and comps and all that.
You guys looked insanely confident this evening, I'm afraid for the team that you have to go up against next. But on that note, do you know who you go up against? I think it's next week, because you've already played twice this week.
Yeah, we've played twice this week. I'm not sure who we're playing next. That would be to our absentee captain, Sir Stiggles.
Not even showing up. Gotta flame him a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that he gets some of the heat. But we're definitely looking forward to it. I think we're feeling stronger and stronger as time goes on, and we're starting to fall back on like what we're comfortable with. We're not trying new things in matches anymore.
Makes sense.
Which was kind of our weakness. So
no, but these games were so much fun. It was an absolute blast to cast them and to watch them. I had so much fun with all of this. But before I let you run out of here, any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
First and foremost to my team, Decorous couldn't have done it without his Deathwing. Delurker couldn't have done it without those hinterlands. Princess couldn't have done it without the heals. And Pat Mary. Definitely don't want to shout out our captain, he who shall not be named. And that's about it. We're looking forward to the next one.
Well, it was an absolute blast. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the games. And I look forward to seeing you all further down in Season 8 of NGS. You have a wonderful night, and congratulations on your 2